Welcome back to the Lethally Stupid podcast, where we're on video for the first time, but it's not the first time.
Yes. Oh, no, let's not bring that stuff up.
We can't deny our past, Brent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, if they want to check that out, they can, I guess. But,
It is a thing that exists technically in the world.
Yeah, if you want to do that digging. So, today, boys, we are talking about animals versus the government.
Good.
Anything
I hope
versus the
animals
government.
win.
Yeah, anything versus the government is fine with me.
Yep. I think there are some winners, some losers, but anyway. So the first one that I have to talk about is actually Biden's dog.
Really?
Yes. So.
Like former Vice President Joe Biden. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
The one who still just kind of walks around the White House.
Yes.
Falls off bicycles.
Yeah. That's what he does nowadays.
Those kind of things. Yeah.
But, so Biden's German Shepherd Commander has caused a man to go to the hospital. So the dog has had like 10 incidents of biting just between October 2022 and January 2023.
Yeah.
And there was a lawsuit to gain access to 200 emails concerning the incident between servicemen. And then Commander has pretty much just sort of been just no reason attacking them. Just going at him. What are your guys' thoughts so far?
I'm curious if there's a theme between the people he's attacked.
It's been it says it's just pretty much been servicemen.
So like Secret Service?
Yeah, Secret Service. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's Secret Service things attacking.
Maybe he thinks he should be at the Secret Service and not them. Or he thinks them being around doing all their stuff is a weird vibe, and they're, not like they're the bad guys.
Did you come across this dog's age at any point in your research?
He's very young.
He's a very young dog. Okay.
Yes, I have more to deep dive into it.
I think probably, it's going to sound a little conspiratorial, but if it's a very young German Shepherd named Commander that is the president's dog, I feel like there's a real good possibility that that's basically a prop dog. Like that's not his dog. Like he probably doesn't do much taking care of that dog and that kind of thing.
Oh well, he walks it and stuff.
Well, yeah, I'm sure we have photos of him walking it.
Yeah,
it's like, but does it exist for the photos of him walking it, or I'm just asking questions?
That's enough for me, man.
But being a young German Shepherd, like, 'cause I know German Shepherds as they get older, they tend to get crotchety. They'll get angry. We have a German Shepherd who's middle aged, and she's basically the fun police for our dogs.
I gotcha. This one's just like
anytime they get worked up, she tells them, "No, calm down."
Say another incident happened where it caused a man to get bit in the arm, and then after he got up, he got bit in the leg, and then he had to grab a steel cart and use it as a shield to defend it from a third bite.
Damn.
That's how fucking aggressive.
So
this
that
thing
dog, that dog really had something out for that person.
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, it could also just not like all servicemen. I imagine that the dog, something happens with the servicemen that, to the dog looks really aggressive. Like, they surround the president at one point, the dog is completely ignored, it has no idea what's going on.
Yeah, and it panics and has to do its thing because it's a dog.
Yeah.
So.
Was race ever mentioned on the people attack?
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
No race is mentioned.
Okay.
That seems suspicious.
Yeah.
That no race would be mentioned at any point?
Yeah.
What are you getting at?
I'm just saying.
Is the dog racist, Brandon?
Yeah, it's the dog racist, yeah. And they say, dogs take after their owners. So.
Jesus Christ. You're accusing the man who has, the coolest black person in the U.S. as a best friend of being racist, and his dog also being racist?
I mean, the dog, I don't think, can actually be racist, but the guy, yeah, probably.
Well, I mean, if the guy is racist, the dog is racist.
Yeah. Well, no, because the dog doesn't actually know why it does the thing it does. It just knows.
A lot of racists don't know why they're racist, too, though.
Well, yeah, but humans can be held accountable. Like, you should know why you hate something or why you love something. if you don't have a reason for hating or loving something, then it may not be a reasonable thing.
Well, you go a little further south and say that.
I mean, I would. I don't know what the consequences would be, but I've been known to say more than I should have.
My next thought is, why has how many people have asked for the dog to be put down?
Yeah, because usually that happens like after the first or second time.
Yeah.
Well, there have been like 200 emails of people discussing like something needs to be done. You know, it's just another attack waiting to be happen, that sort of thing. So yeah, it's like everyone is against the dog.
Which, I mean, that's just wrong. So
yeah.
Well, you know, like, let me go ahead and go into my next point here. So this was very interesting. They actually had another dog at one point. Okay, so
but it was racist. They had to get rid of it and got Commander.
This one was racist, actually. Yeah.
Okay.
No, but he would also bite servicemen, and it was pretty much the same situation. It was a German Shepherd named Champ. Was brought with him to the White House originally. It was the dog that was in their home.
Yeah. When you say to the White House originally, does that mean when he was
like it lived with Joe Biden?
But like the first time when he got elected president, or when he was vice president for Obama?
No, when he got elected president.
Okay.
So. Well, actually, the dog might have been that old. I think they said that. It was
this one was an older dog.
Yeah,
okay.
10, 11 years. So
but this one's young and doing the same thing. It probably is a Secret Service man kind of vibe thing that they don't like.
It's got to be
the shit that they do.
Or them,
yeah, let's say maybe keep it away from Secret Servicemen, and maybe it won't attack anybody.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, there's a long-standing tradition of SWAT teams and ATF and that kind of thing shooting dogs. So
and it like knows.
No, I was.
It watches the news, the History Channel.
That's maybe a little more conspiratorial. I was getting at that. I think probably the mentality that goes along with being a serviceman makes you more likely to interact negatively with dogs, and German Shepherds do not tend to take that well.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, they're about safety and they don't like the bad vibes.
Well, and they also tend to focus on a very small number of people. German Shepherds are not large group dogs.
Well, and I can totally understand where this dog is a complete distraction from their work.
No, I don't know. I don't know necessarily the dog should be there.
Yeah, but so like on top of being the security and always having to be on the lookout, you have to worry about a fucking dog coming up and biting your ass.
Yeah.
Hey, at least I want to attack Biden.
Yeah,
hilarious if it does. That would make my day if it's ever on the news. But.
The one enemy we do and don't have to worry about.
It's only an enemy to the people protecting the president.
Yeah. I mean, maybe the dog's just keeping them on their toes. He's like, hey, you're not alert enough.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, if I can sneak up on you and
hey, if I was able to bite you,
then you're not
someone
doing
could
your
have shot
job.
the president.
Exactly.
Someone could have shot my owner.
Yeah.
This dog is this dog might be doing something for
Yeah, so he's just like, he's auditing the Secret Service.
It sounds like he's a good boy.
Yeah.
Because no mention of him biting children or anything like that. So
yeah, it's true.
Oh, yeah. If it's only Secret Servicemen, then good boy.
Right. Okay, so here's the thing, though.
Government officials.
After the same events happened with his previous dog, they got rid of that dog. They sent it to like a family farm to live on. And so why not just do that with this dog?
Right.
And then why think that you can, solve the problem by not solving the problem? They got rid of the dog, they just brought in another dog.
Yeah. And another thing, they're so tense all the time, the Secret Servicemen. I mean, dogs can feel that. They're like, these guys are tense all the time.
Oh, I bet.
And there's no way it's calm or relaxed ever.
Yeah.
Unless, there's no Secret Servicemen around, and then it probably is. But when they're around, there's no way it is.
Well, I mean, there's always got to be a Secret Service there, though.
Yeah, exactly. But, I mean, if it's not around Biden, it's with the rest of the family. Or just letting it roam the White House for some reason. Not every room has a Secret Serviceman in it. But.
Well, and I'm sure the dog has its own Secret Service.
Oh, probably. Yeah.
I kind of doubt it.
Get it some Secret Service dogs.
Like the fucking trainee.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they might make the new guy walk the dog or something.
Yeah.
Or the one person that hasn't attacked it.
There's one Secret Service guy the dog likes, and it's his responsibility.
It's like, okay. And if it bites you, we're just going to have to send it to the farm.
Yep. The only thing between this dog and the farm.
So, they basically what they have done with this current dog is they've set up new protocols, supposedly, where he now has a designated area to play, run around, and they are training the Secret Servicemen to better handle the dog, which I think is also bullshit.
Here's my first thought, though, is why was that not already the case? Why did the dog not already have designated areas? And why did these people that are going to be around this person with a dog professionally not already have some level of training?
Well, and then, how could you also be a Secret Serviceman and also, like, not have...
It's not that hard to work with dogs.
Yeah.
I have no training. I've had many dogs. That's my experience. That's like, that's it.
Literally just owned dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, I mean, dogs are companion animals. They have evolved over time with us to the place they are now. Humans, there's an instinctual level that humans can work with dogs. So I think all it takes is a little bit of like refinement for most people to get a handle on it.
Maybe they're not acting human enough.
Could be.
They're acting too robotic as
they're probably
Secret
AIs.
Servicemen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, that dog must hate birds.
Yeah. I mean, most dogs do, you've noticed.
Yeah. And government drones.
Mm-hmm.
And then getting into what the experts have said, basically the experts think that the environment itself is just not a good condition for the dog. It's like
everyone in the White House is very tense, and then
weird.
Fucking
That's kind of what we just
professional
said.
service mode. Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, shit,
yeah.
are we the experts?
Yeah.
do 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 do.
Yeah. You have to start the screen spinning.
Yeah, that's basically it. Like, it was just rinse and repeat. You know, I think that's fair to say that must be it. It's not I don't think it is necessarily, all the servicemen. It's just, the environment they do create, what everyone creates in that environment.
Yeah.
Well, and there's no way for it to not be tense, I don't think.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, like at any given moment, there could be a terrorist attack somewhere around the world,
or just a riot.
Yeah, and then
what about the days when like Biden forgets he even owns a dog or its name?
Yeah, what if he doesn't own a dog?
That probably pisses it off.
That would upset me. So
this is like, oh god,
being neglected because his owner has health issues. Dog could probably feel that he's not healthy either, which makes him more tense.
That's getting deep.
Yeah.
No, I'm just starting to feel bad for the little thing.
Yeah.
I'm always gonna come down on the side of the dog most of the time.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. Unless it just like literally attacks for no reason, but
I've
the expert's saying it's environment, like that makes sense.
But like if it's a Chihuahua, I understand. Chihuahuas are mean. They're hateful. Like,
German
I own a
Shepherd, it's
Chihuahua.
like German Shepherds can fuck you up, but they're not like inherently mean.
No.
Yeah.
But anyway, so literally the last thing I wrote was, in conclusion, the White House is not a place for pets.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah.
Or at least
I don't think any pet. Like, if,
I mean, so I think you could have spots, like they said, designated areas. I think if there was an area where the dog stayed, like he had his own area in the yard, and he had a place where the people go to see him, then but dogs, they get overstimulated easy too. So if the dog's out in public places, or if there's lots of stuff going on, and the White House is pseudo-public, so...
Yeah, there's public areas to the White House. So there's people going on tours and shit.
Yeah.
And seeing the dog, and there's probably people like, oh my god, a dog, and they freak out.
Yeah, because I love dogs.
Yeah.
Is that Biden's dog?
Yeah. Is that my pet Biden's dog?
Is that Commander bite me?
Come here, boy.
Bite me.
Yeah, no, and I wouldn't be mad either. So like,
it's like I'm your biggest fan.
I guess the best pet for the White House is a cat, because they just do whatever the fuck they want to do.
Yeah, cats.
They probably wouldn't be disturbed.
Cats would be fine.
Yeah, they'd be fine. They'd be like, get the fuck
It would
away
shit
from
all
me.
over the place.
Yeah, they shit all over the place, and they swipe at the Secret Service when they get too close. Like,
Yeah.
I ain't going with you. I'll go with you when I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'll just follow you to the room. Here in about 5 minutes, I'm going to keep laying up here.
Just keep rubbing against the wall and walking slowly.
I did have a thought. Like all of these people who are around the dog, the Secret Servicemen, whoever's employed at the White House, they are just employees, and as we know, associates most of the time are, you know, not very competent, and they also dick around a lot, and a lot of the time there's probably like a really douchey one. So I imagine this dog's probably like.
I feel like to a degree that's true with the Secret Service. Like there's probably douchey ones, but
Yeah,
I feel like they have to be extremely professional to be Secret Service. They're
That's
probably
true.
not dicking around and stuff.
And you would
But like,
certainly
you can
hope
imagine.
so.
Yeah.
Odds are, well, and this dog's around enough people. Odds are, someone's probably been dicking or fucking with it. Like,
That's true. Yeah, they might mess with the dog, but you know, then their job and stuff, they're probably not. But yeah, they probably have messed with the dog when they shouldn't have.
I mean, yeah, I wouldn't accuse any one person directly of anything, but I would almost guarantee if there have been, what do you say, 10 incidents since then, like...
well, it was like 10 incidents in just like 3 months.
Yeah, so 10 incidents in 3 months, there's no way at least some of those weren't partially provoked.
Mm-hmm.
So, it would be my opinion, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. Anyway, so moving on to our next animal.
Lovely.
This cuddly fella. His name is Otter 841, and this is very recent, but
Sounds like an SCP thing or something,
does,
having
yeah.
a numbered. Where's Gabe?
Right?
so
Someday.
Otter 841 is considered an outlaw and deemed a public safety risk. Violently confronting people and stealing their surfboards at a popular beach in Santa Cruz. He's been around for a while and had been well beloved by local surfers. Only recently has it started to build attention. What are your guys' thoughts so far?
So it's a sea otter then, right?
Would there be difference between otter and sea otter?
There's sea and river otters. I believe sea otters are bigger, if I remember right. And if it's stealing surfboards from humans, I'm assuming it's big enough that it's, you know, probably like one of the 4 or 5 foot long otters.
Is otter, whatever number you said, a sea otter or river?
What is an otter?
Come on, Brent, I thought you were deep diving. Anyways.
Fact check.
But I mean, otters notoriously steal stuff. Like, they...
Shit, my internet went out. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, it's okay. But, I mean, otters are definitely adorable, but they're like one of those animals, it's deceptive. They do horrible things. Otters are not nice animals. I mean, they crush clams and eat them alive. They kill other animals, babies, just, you know, basically for fun. I mean, I'm sure there's, like, a biological reason that they're protecting their offspring or something like that, but,
Wait, how big would a sea otter be?
I think, like, 5.5 feet is where they top out. That's, like,
well,
the
then
biggest
it's like
ones.
a river otter then.
Oh, okay, so this is a smaller one?
Like it's, yeah.
Okay, how is that stealing anything from anyone?
Because, well, basically, like, that you'll be on your surfboard, and then he'll come along, and
yanks
he'll
off the
start,
rope.
like, he'll start digging with you, and just getting on, and then he gets really aggressive and yells at you, and so he will start scratching, and basically we'll just harass you until you get off the surfboard, and then he gets on it, and just, you know, kind of paddles away.
So the otter is paddling away, like it knows what the surfboard does. Like it uses it like a boat and paddles away with it?
It's a very different otter. Like, it has unnatural behaviors.
Where does it take it? Do they know?
I think they do. Yeah, I think that he has a spot. They have good eyes on him.
To its den.
Do what?
To its den.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
has
I
its
think-
own little hoard.
Yeah,
room.
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure he has a little den. But
I mean,
I'm
there's
sure they
always
do.
aberrants in various animals, but I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's like a CIA experiment otter.
Well, let's go a little deeper into this. I don't think I really have his backstory until the end, but moving on, well, so we can get to the backstory.
Okay.
She has very unsuspicious behavior.
Oh, she? It's a she.
Yes, it's a she.
Okay.
The reason could be one of two things. The otter has adapted this way from the interference of human life, or the otter could be sick. And acting
sick,
odd.
yeah.
Sick. I mean, it is a fucking sick otter. It's like,
His otter's definitely sick.
yeah, one thing is for sure.
Yeah.
This otter is sick.
Yeah.
It's like they're making a public announcement. It's like, we are going to bring in this otter because this otter is sick.
Yeah.
And we are concerned for its health as well.
Yeah. But now I feel like, I mean, you said there's more. There's backstory we're gonna get here in a minute, right?
Well, it's gonna be a minute.
Okay. But so, I don't know. I feel like when it comes to like, oh, you know, it's reacting to human blah blah blah. It's like, yeah, maybe, but like, what does that serve? An animal's not gonna do something that doesn't benefit it unless there's something actually wrong with it. So unless it, like, I think sick is more likely, like it has a mental disorder or something, because it's not likely to do something that it doesn't perceive as benefit. So there's got to be some reason it's stealing these surfboards. There's got to be some benefit it perceives.
I don't know.
And I don't know what that would be, because otters already swim really well. It doesn't need a boat.
I don't think my backstory is going to give you any answer to that, to be honest.
Well, is it a CIA otter? How close am I with that?
No.
Oh, what is it?
Let me go ahead and
is
just...
it like, is it from the same agency as Perry the Platypus?
Yeah, that could be a thing.
Is it Agent O?
I mean, it does have a number, so...
Well, let me go ahead and skip to the backstory.
Yeah, let's hear about this otter. I'm curious.
So, 841 was born in an aquarium 5 years ago, where she had minimal interaction from humans. They even wore masks and full body suits around her, so she rarely saw what a human looked like, except for, like, from a distance.
Mm-hmm.
And had been released June 2020 and was first documented at the beach September of last year. During that time, she had been caught and taken away, but was able to make it back to terrorize the same beach this past summer.
So she always comes back.
Yes.
But is that the extent of the backstory?
That is the extent of the backstory, yes. Nothing really too special,
I think that otter's been experimented on. I don't know exactly what happened, but my opinion personally is that there is some, we have incomplete data about what happened during that otter's upbringing.
Well, this is an ongoing story, so maybe we'll hear something.
So hopefully we'll figure something out about this, and maybe I'll be right. But
maybe there'll be a break in the story.
Have either of you guys seen Guardians Volume 3?
I have not yet.
Oh, okay, dang.
Oh, is there an otter?
I know there's an otter.
Oh, I didn't
There's
know
an
that.
otter, but I mean, back to the experiments. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I think I know where you're getting at, but I still haven't seen it. So
maybe it's the step in between regular otter and what Rocket was.
Oh yeah.
But as an otter instead of a raccoon.
Yeah. It would just be like a few mechanical parts and slightly enhanced brain.
Yeah.
I don't know about slightly. Rocket's backstory is very sad, though.
Aw.
Yeah.
But anyway, moving on. But anyway, so what's been going on? The wildlife officials and Monterey Bay Aquarium have been attempting to medically examine and rehome the otter with no success for 2 months now. With each attempt for the rescue, there is a growing support for 841 to be left alone. Personally, I agree that the otter should be examined, but she should also be put back in her natural habitat. Doesn't have to necessarily be the same beach, although I would prefer that because she seems to like it there, and she'll probably make her way back anyway.
Yeah.
There has been 50,000 signatures online for the freedom of 841. It has been said that the only way they were going to back off catching it is if the otter just happens to stop interacting with humans.
Which is unlikely, because people have already kind of demonstrated to it that it can take those surfboards.
Well, I don't see any reason why the otter would suddenly stop.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it would suddenly stop if humans started kicking it off their surfboards. Not that I condone otter violence, but...
Well, it's not like some aren't fighting back,
How do you not kick an otter off your surfboard, though?
It's a scary otter.
I mean, I don't know.
Well, you're also, if you're on a surfboard, you're also putting a lot of focus just to stay up there.
Well, yeah, that's true, but I mean, you could also just jump off the surfboard for a second, dunk it underwater, and pull the otter off it, so... The otter has to try and get on the surfboard. You could move the surfboard away as the otter tries to,
we need to get you up against this otter.
Oh, I will 100% fight an otter.
I won't even have to kick it off. I'll just push it off with my foot.
Yeah.
Keep my foot on it, just push it over. Just not even a full kick. Just get out of here. When I move my cat out of the way, just get out of the way.
Yeah.
This is
What's crazy to me is the otter paddling away with the surfboard.
Yeah.
That's just, it's insane. The rest of it, like, I understand, I guess, an animal scaring somebody away from wherever they
Yeah,
are.
because like imagine the size of the otter and then the surfboard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's gonna
To
be like
paddle that
a
away
little bitty
is
otter
pretty-
just. paddling the
Like how long
surfboard.
does it fucking take to get it back to where
It's gotta be a while, right?
It's a free surfboard. Who cares?
Well, then aren't most people
Dork,
like
man.
adhered to their surfboard? Like they have a little leg cuff, so it's like people have to be like taking that leg cuff off. They have to be letting
Like,
the otter
and
take the surfboard.
There's also
Yeah.
this special kind of like
I guess not
you know,
everyone. Will
I don't
have
think
those,
those are-
but-
there's a special kind of oil and wax and shit they put on
Oh
the
yeah, the
surfboard.
cabana wax or whatever.
So they can both stay on it easier and it fucking pushes water off of it.
Yeah.
You know, makes it more water resistant and keeps them on it. So I think they put shit on their feet and stuff too to help with that.
Yeah.
So
I'm not a surfer. I've
they
never done any kind of
need-
surfing, so.
they need some kind of otter repellent
Exactly.
on their surfboards.
How does one make otter repellent?
Yeah,
Oh my god, if that somehow became a product there,
we need.
that'd be amazing.
We get a piece.
For the idea.
My thought is we just do that. Well, we will make that and we will start selling it. We're like, we have a solution to your problem. The otter can stay. Just put this on your surfboard.
Well, why don't we just
No
go
more
ahead
otter
and
issue.
stop recording? So we got work to do, boys.
Yeah.
We got a different thing. We
Yeah.
gotta start bottling piss.
But anyway, that's all I had on that. You got any final thoughts?
I think I've said a lot about the otters.
Yeah, I think we had a pretty good discussion. You?
Yeah, I think it's a great otter. I love that otter.
I do like
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
I do. Yeah, I
Yeah.
love 841.
Yeah,
I'm
also-
a fan of the otter. 841, right?
Also,
Yeah.
true. I think it should stay there, and people should I don't know, fucking man up a little bit. It's a
Yeah, it's
fucking
like
otter.
I think if an otter takes
It's-
your surfboard, you didn't deserve that surfboard.
Yeah, it's not a fucking Komodo dragon.
Yeah.
Like it's an otter.
It's not a grizzly bear.
If you can't handle an otter, you shouldn't be a surfer.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, what are the Hawaiian surfers doing? Yeah, outrunning volcanoes. All right?
Yeah.
You're at Santa Cruz. Fight an otter.
Yeah.
You're worried about a fucking otter?
This is your volcano.
Yeah, deal with it. There's sharks out there in Hawaii, all right?
Yeah.
This will be a little bit of a shorter one, but a parrot, this was about 4 years ago, a parrot was seized by police in Brazil. So, well, I mean, I guess you could say arrested.
Was it saying mean things?
Hold up. Quite the opposite, actually.
Oh, it was nice.
Well,
Too nice.
okay, well, like, I say that because...
Too complimentary?
Well, I say that because
Walking by is
apparently-
going, nice tits.
Nice tits, officer.
Or like the fucking video of like the golf voice instead of nice shot. It's just like, nice cock.
Like, this parrot makes my day better. Why'd you arrest him?
They arrested it because they loved it.
Yeah.
It's like, you're coming with me.
I'm taking this parrot home.
Anyway, the parrot was found in a drug den. When the police got close to it, it started freaking out. It had been trained.
They're trying to take his drugs, yeah.
Yeah, it had been trained to alert them whenever the police were coming near. It was described as super obedient. The bird would not talk to police. Kept his beak shut.
Yes.
The bird was handed over to a local zoo where it spent 3 months learning to fly before release. I have something else, but what do you guys think of the bird?
Oh, I love it.
I mean, the bird's fantastic. I love the bird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pro bird.
Trained not to talk to the police. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's the most amazing thing.
The-
But birds are smart, dude. So.
Yeah.
Especially
Yeah, it's an
parrots.
awesome parrot.
Yeah.
Alright, so it's just
But
nothing.
did it say anything while they were trying to get the drugs? It was
Yeah, did it
going,
say
no, my
how-
drugs, my
They
drugs?
didn't
Like,
quote the parrot.
oh.
Why
Wow.
not?
What the fuck?
I know.
Who is this journalist? I want him fired.
Right.
What
I
kind
mean,
of questions
journalist
did you
is such
ask
a
the
loose term now. I mean,
Yeah.
technically we're
Yeah.
journalists.
Who's
We're
this-
talking about things that happened.
Yeah, who's
Yeah.
this article writer?
Yeah.
I don't trust the journalists
Uh-huh.
unless they're like, we attempted to reach out to the parrot.
Yeah. It's like,
Yeah.
I want to hear that.
Yeah.
I want to hear the parrot side of the story.
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck?
So the next thing, moving on. That's all I had on the parrot, actually. But
It's so great.
I mean, that's enough. That's amazing. That's
Yeah.
one of my favorites so far.
Yeah.
I love the otter.
Yes, yeah, yeah.
But on the topic of Brazil and drug smuggling, this was This was another animal added to the list of animals implicated in Brazil's drug trade. In the same area, police had Thank you. I thought I'd try a little something there. In the same area, police had seized 2 small alligators during a raid, claiming that they were used to feed the gangster victims to. The father of the son debunked this, saying they had tried it and it refused to eat the corpse.
It was like, no drugs, please. Give us more drugs.
We are drug gators.
Yeah, crack.
Yeah. I'm a crack gator here.
No meat, crack.
Yeah.
So did the police get the answer out of the alligators and not the parrot?
I see what you did there.
No, but I mean, I guess I'm kind of surprised that it wouldn't eat the body. Oh, yeah, no, they can't chew very well. So if the body was really fresh, then they would have had to cut it up real small if they wanted it to eat the body effectively. Because alligators and crocodiles, they shove stuff like under dead logs and detritus underwater and let it rot, essentially. Because their jaw strength is like all closing power, so they just swallow stuff. They don't really chew anything.
Yeah.
So that's probably, I bet they just like gave it a body.
Yeah.
And it was like, what the fuck you want me to do with this?
Yeah, they bite and they swallow, they don't chew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that at all.
Yeah. You didn't watch Crocodile Hunter, man?
I mean, I did when I was younger, but fuck, I don't remember any of that shit.
I guess some of us really loved it.
I remember when... I remember...
Yeah. So do I.
What was it again?
Stingray.
Yeah, it
The
was a
stingray that got him.
Yeah, I want all stingrays to die.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, and what was funny is that...
I'm angry at them, but that's
Yeah.
not what he would want.
That's
so.
true. That's true.
Well, what's
That
funny
is
is
my least
that...
favorite animal now.
Yeah.
What's funny is that the stinger was taken off of the stingray. It just, like, from its tail happened to penetrate right into its heart just perfectly. It was just, the odds were crazy.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure he stepped on it. They were filming a documentary called, like, Ocean's Deadliest or something when it happened.
Oh, I'm not sure if he stepped on it, but I do know that he was just pretty much carefree.
He was
that
diving.
there was no stinger.
They were filming a documentary. He was diving.
To my understanding, it wasn't until it was pulled out that he died.
I mean, they do
He
have
did pull- I think
a
I remember
toxin.
he pulled
so.
it out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they have the
poisonous,
toxins. Yeah.
So.
But no, no. Yeah, that was the thing. Is it had no
toxic,
toxin.
they're venomous.
Yeah, so he didn't die from the toxin. He just died from the, it piercing his heart. And then, he should not have pulled it out.
Well, yeah, that's true. But see, I feel like he would have known that though. So that seems
Unless
like a
with
little,
adrenaline, he
unless-
didn't know that it pierced his heart.
Even then, he would have known not to pull something out though.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, he'd survived so much stuff.
He also, he could have also been pretty big-headed at that point.
It doesn't seem likely though. That doesn't seem probable.
He achieved quite a bit. He had done a lot of dangerous shit.
Yeah, but it was always in the name of the preservation. He was always a conservationist above everything. So
Yeah, I don't know. And then he, his.
I mean, that's what
pretty
destroyed
big name.
PETA. PETA decided to talk shit on Steve Irwin, and they've never recovered from it.
Yeah, they never will.
Yeah, as they shouldn't.
Wait, who was it?
PETA.
PETA, yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Not
Yeah,
hate
fuck
PETA.
them.
And they didn't even really talk shit on him. Like I disavow PETA. Like nothing to do with them. They're terrible. But all they really said was that Steve Irwin was a great guy, but his treatment of animals was not in line with his message. And the internet lost its
Yeah, and they
shit.
said, you know what? Fuck you.
Yeah, and rightfully so.
Yeah, that's the
But-
fucking crocodile
Yeah.
you're talking about.
Right. And holy shit, you should see his son. Like.
Oh yeah, have you seen
carbon
that
copy.
picture of him
Yeah.
feeding the same crocodile wearing the same outfit?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That one's awesome.
Yeah, it's good.
And yeah, so, I mean, the legacy lives on.
Yeah.
Right. And, that was like, gosh, that's like a gift to the universe.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
And that the rest of his family also loves animals just as much, like his wife
yeah.
and everything. It's like, okay, they can keep it going, but it'll never be as popular again because he's gone. Like his son will probably never be as popular as he was.
Well, you never know because
You
that.
never
kid-
know, but I mean, you always heard stuff about the Crocodile Hunter, even when you weren't watching the show.
Mm-hmm.
And you
yeah.
don't really hear much about him.
Well, the thing
Big shoes
is
to fill.
like, the thing about it is, everybody still knows the crocodile hunter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's like even the kids who should or younger should not know.
Yeah.
The guy from the early 2000s.
And that was
They do know.
That was
They
a
do?
rough day at school, hearing that in the morning and going to school that day.
Mm-hmm. I don't remember that day.
Oh,
Really?
But
it was a
also,
rough
I don't
fucking
remember
day.
the day that 9/11 happened. Because,
Oh, I do. I
I'm
watched
pretty
the
sure
second
that
plane
my-
hit.
I'm pretty positive that that my parents just kind of kept that stuff from me. So
Really?
yeah.
Yeah, well, we got out of school early that day because I think people were afraid that America was being attacked. So,
Yeah, that's true.
Like the whole country, not just
I might have just been distracted by the adrenaline of getting out of school.
Oh,
at
where,
one.
yeah,
Like,
where
yes.
when I was sitting, I was the only student who could see my teacher's computer where she was watching the news live,
yeah.
and I watched the second fucking plane hit. So I was kind of
Yeah.
fucked up.
That's intense.
It was
That's
definitely
crazy
fucked up.
stuff.
And then she
Really
noticed that I
childhood.
saw it and was like,
Oh, no.
turned it off, so I didn't
Yeah.
see anything else beyond that. But
And she fucking probably threatened you and be like, "Don't tell your parents."
no, she didn't. She was too distraught from what the news itself, and also watching it
Because,
herself.
9/11.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
that's-
up to
9/11.
Yeah.
But I just think that's a funny phrase. 9/11. It's
Yeah.
You know.
How many more times can we say it without getting in trouble?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
Yeah.
9/11.
Probably 9/11 more times.
Maybe just 9/11.
But all right, so on to the next one.
What do we got now?
So, rabbits are taking over a suburban community in Florida. So
Okay, this is the one that
Yeah, I
you
teased
kind of
you on.
mentioned to me. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was thinking about getting you guys to guess on these, what animal it was. Nah, I just thought that would.
No, that's great. So how are they taking over a town?
Well.
Are they fucking like rabbits?
I'm sure that's part of it. Just outbreeding everything else.
You know what's funny? That's how the fucking article ends. It's literally just flat. Not even pointing out that they're just making an obvious joke. It's just literally just ending, and they're multiplying like rabbits.
Mm-hmm.
No class.
Yeah, makes sense.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
You kind of looked like you're.
So I got a thing, a sore or something on the inside of my upper lip, and I was trying
Yeah, I
to
gotcha.
not fuck it with my tongue.
I gotcha. All right. As long as it's not me.
Yeah, no, it's not you.
As long as
No.
not the-
I obsess over stuff. I'm sitting here thinking, I talked about the otter too much.
Damn otter. But anyway, so 2 years ago, a resident let loose dozens of domesticated lion-head rabbits. The residents are split, either wanting to shoot them or feed them, and are embracing the new ecosystem. I didn't proofread this.
Or have the feds send after them.
Send the feds.
Send the
That's the whole
feds.
point of this.
Release the feds.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's too many rabbits. Release the feds.
So, what are your guys' thoughts so far?
I mean, on the lion's head rabbits, you said?
Yeah.
Are they the ones that have the fluffy heads?
Yeah, the manes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, rabbits, as cute as they are, and they're tasty enough, they're pests. They will
Yeah.
destroy gardens and any kind of grass. They dig in the ground, so they'll damage.
About the only thing
lawns and
foxes
stuff.
are good for is
This is true.
killing the fucking
Yeah.
rabbits.
Foxes will keep the rabbit population in check.
Yeah.
Well, there are efforts being made to rescue the bunnies. East Coast Rabbit Rescue has partnered with police. Their efforts have been met with hostile residents, preventing them from taking the bunnies. What was a goal of 45 in one day turned into 19. Luckily, 3 of them were pregnant. So even though the police are present in the roundup, they aren't doing much to communicate with the residents that they are doing what is necessary. So
I mean, if it says the rabbits are taking over the town and the police are, I mean, if it's supposed to be necessary,
they're pretty much
what's
there
the
in
damage they're doing?
Do the bunnies?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll get to that.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so pretty much
There's armies of them fucking flipping cars over and stuff. Or...
I mean, have you guys ever seen Night of the Lepus?
No.
no, I haven't.
Oh damn, yeah, way old B horror movie. Anyway,
But anyway, so the police are pretty much there for safety reasons, not really much else. They don't give a shit either way.
yeah.
Just making sure that people aren't getting killed over bunnies.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Because people are stupid.
Yeah.
But since you guys did bring that up, I'll go ahead and go on to my next point. The lionhead rabbits aren't built for Florida's climate. They have thick manes and fur and are prone to heat stroke. So they are digging holes in the ground everywhere to stay cool. Yeah, you're on top of that shit. You know your rabbit facts.
I have raised rabbits for years, actually.
Oh, beautiful.
So,
beautiful. They are lacking proper food and water sources and are being affected by modern commodities like pesticides in gardens and getting hit by cars.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of dead rabbits in this area.
Yeah.
So
aside from the damage to like the ground and everything with them digging, it's really more to protect the rabbits than it is for anything else.
yes, yeah, because it's like, well, yeah, it's not the proper climate, and with the manes,
Mm-hmm.
if they're named after fucking lionhead, I imagine
Yeah.
they are pretty thick manes.
Yeah, they got some thick fur on them.
Mm-hmm.
Don't think I ever had them, but I think I've seen pictures.
Yeah,
of them,
I've seen pictures of them too.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. But the cost to rescue all the rabbits is at least $40,000. It consists of capturing, neutering, spaying, vaccinating, and microchipping each one. I think they could get rid of the microchipping.
Yeah, why do we need to do
personally.
that one?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
like
one.
how about just?
I mean, if you need to afford shit.
Mm-hmm. Like, are we dealing with a bunch of fucking like Elmer Fuds who don't know how to capture rabbits?
Or are they endangered?
Well, they're not in.
Because if people just had them as pets, they can't have been endangered, right?
No, it was
So-
just an exotic animal.
Okay, so there's no real need to chip or track them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But like
Yeah,
they
but
need
you're right about
to
that.
they need to make some fucking harmless traps to capture a bunch of them and then get them out of
Well,
there.
then if the residents are like,
Going around something with that,
sabotaging,
yeah.
Yeah.
All it
That's
takes is
like-
people going around and tripping the trap before the rabbit goes in there, or
Yeah,
opening it up and
that's
letting
true,
them out.
because
So.
yeah, stupid people. So first step is taking warning labels off of things, so we can dwindle the stupid people community, and then they can get the rabbits out of Florida so they don't fucking all die of heat stroke.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, idiots, they don't belong in Florida.
Yeah.
They belong in like Canada.
Or at least, maybe the Midwest.
Yeah, somewhere much cooler than here.
Temperate, maybe.
Yeah.
So they have gained half that amount, the 40,000, so they were at 20,000. But time is only working against them as the rabbits continue to multiply. Each rabbit costs anywhere from $200 to $300. Yeah. And then here's one thing. It requires an exotic veterinarian, and then those tend to be several hours away from that location.
I wonder why it requires because it's just a rabbit.
It's a lion head rabbit, I guess. It is exotic.
I mean,
Like,
how different can I'm not a biologist, I guess, but how different can a rabbit be and still be a rabbit?
Well, and then in a dire situation, you'd think, like, take what you can get.
yeah.
Yeah.
They
Like,
know
do-
anatomy.
Take it to
Do you
a
need
vet.
an exotic
Yeah.
veterinarian?
Take it to
or
the
is that-
fucking discount vet. Just take it to a vet.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What, does it have something other than a heart? Like,
No, yeah.
Conspiracy wheels are turning. This might be a money laundering thing.
Maybe.
Yeah, because
I mean, how else do you sell like, oh, we gotta save these rabbits? It costs $300 a rabbit to save them. It's like, it seems to me it costs a burlap sack and some people rounding them up and taking them somewhere less hot.
And then also hiring a group of like strong dudes to beat the fuck out of the idiots trying to stop the people
Yeah.
taking the rabbits.
It's like, no,
Like
if you
when they
actually
come like,
cared
hey,
about
don't take
these
that
rabbits,
rabbit. Fucking kind of just knocks
Yeah.
the fuck out of them.
if you cared about them, you wouldn't want them here because they're suffering.
Yeah.
Well, right, and
So-
that might be that might be
Is it
just
PETA?
educating.
Yeah.
No, PETA's
Okay,
not
because I mean,
involved.
PETA's dumb. Like they'll do dumb shit like that.
Oh, yeah.
They're like, you're harming them. Oh
like
yeah, well
freeing
so is the
lobsters.
fucking sun.
Yeah. Just where they are.
So is
being
the,
here.
So is the climate.
Yeah.
But ultimately, the work being done by the city and authorities is pretty minimal. It's all volunteer work. At one time, the
Money
city
laundering,
had
yeah,
a
yeah.
the city had a council meeting. What'd you say?
I said,
Yes,
I was like,
agree with me. Some volunteers, yeah.
if they're barely doing
It's
any
like
work,
volunteers.
it's
Why is this
wondering.
costing money?
Yeah, yeah.
At one time, the city had a council meeting and decided not to create any regulations in fear that it might set a precedent for other invasive animals, including iguanas and ducks. And no one wants to get rid of the iguanas and ducks.
So they're not setting a precedent
They're setting
like,
precedents to,
of allowing exotic animals.
of,
they don't want to set the
of
precedent
like taking care of them. Precedents of taking care of them.
Okay,
Like,
so
a
and are they
standard.
wanting? You said they're not wanting to get rid of the iguanas and the ducks.
Yeah, because the iguanas and and the
They're not
ducks,
hurting anything, or
Well, maybe they are. I don't know. Maybe they're all dying too.
I mean, ducks rape things, so it's like
let them die.
I know what
Yeah.
to do with this stupid people.
Yeah.
Send the ducks.
I still have the ducks take care of this. No, but it's weird. I don't know why.
Or raise the people who like are trying to keep the rabbits their taxes.
Yeah.
Just do like a unanimous poll, like, all right, do you want to keep the rabbits? Because if it gets enough votes, we'll keep the rabbits. And then obviously that'll be a lie,
Yeah.
and you raise their taxes.
Yeah.
I mean, or just actually raise their taxes and put what you raise towards fixing the damage the rabbits do to the
Exactly.
ground.
That's what I was, getting at was
Yeah.
you use that money to get rid of the rabbits.
Yeah.
Well, here's an idea to get rid of the rabbits. Gather up all the hobos and release
Oh yeah,
them.
the people are gonna want to fight the
I
hobos.
mean, does Florida have a big homeless population? I mean, I'm sure it's
I'm sure
it's
it
a
does.
coastal state with big cities. I'm sure.
Does
there's
it,
plenty of
what
people.
town or city does this take? Is this happening in? Is it like a suburb of one of the
Oh
cities?
yeah,
or?
that's a good question. You said it was a town in Florida, so I'm assuming it's
Because
not a huge
Because
city.
if it's closer to like a Miami or like Tampa situation, then
Yeah,
there's
there's
definitely plenty of
homeless, yeah.
hobos you can send at them.
I did not get that.
If it's a regular town, like just in the fucking dead middle of Florida, it'll be a little bit harder.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why it's hours away to find an exotic veterinarian. Maybe there's in the middle of bumfuck nowhere, Florida.
That could be because
Yeah.
maybe they're leaving it out. It's hours away from the veterinarian because it's hours away from everything.
Yeah.
But I have one more animal to talk about. Any
Okay.
final thoughts on that?
Final thoughts on the animal or on the
the
rabbits?
bunnies.
On the bunnies?
I mean, it's hilarious that they're having this issue.
Yeah, I mean, it just kind of speaks to the incompetence of people and
Uh-huh.
government in general, I guess. But,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't think there's anything, but they shouldn't be there. It sucks.
Yeah.
It's irresponsible, but what are you gonna do?
Right. Just sit in your yard, drink some lemonade, and watch them die.
I mean-
yeah. Just have tally mark how many are ran over in front of your house.
Animals die all the
Play a
time.
drinking
Humans take
game.
that for granted.
Yeah.
So.
Every time you see a rabbit die, take a shot.
Yeah, just make a drinking game out of it.
I haven't been sober for 14 years.
Yeah.
All right,
Should
so
probably quit running them over.
all right, so this last one I thought was very interesting. There was a bear that was released from prison after 15 years to live in a zoo amongst other bears. So
Oh, that's
yes,
a hardened bear. Those bears had to have been scared of that bear.
Mm-hmm.
If it was in prison, that's a prison bear.
Yeah.
This bear was allowed to do that because of good behavior.
It's still a prison bear.
It's
Yeah.
So the okay, so
What crime did it commit, or was it like?
honestly, the crime it committed was for being a bear.
Or was it set up?
Well, okay, well, hold on. Let me get to this. Okay, so the bear was originally captured and raised in a circus, and then it got abandoned.
Uh-huh.
The owner of the campsite that she was found in kept her in a cage for a tourist attraction. A man and his son decided to go too close and got mauled one fateful night. Fateful night. Why did I say fateful?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe stay away from bear.
Do what?
Maybe stay away from bears.
Yeah, yeah. So anyway, there's a reason why it got incarcerated.
I'm surprised it didn't just get put down.
Yeah, it is weird that they didn't do that as well, but
The president's dead.
Yeah.
Like, this bear will learn.
authorities.
Deserve a second
And how
chance.
long do bears live if it was in prison for 15 years?
Like what?
Right, that's the
25,
Uh-huh.
35 years, I think.
Yeah, let's say like, man, sucks.
Yeah.
And those are too many years for them.
I mean, yeah, that's like a
bastards to
person
live.
spending half their life in prison.
Yeah.
Like 45 years in prison, you know. 40
Oh, yeah, that's a long
yeah,
time.
that's-
But anyway, the authorities after the incident were not able to find a zoo that was willing to take in the bears, so instead it was imprisoned.
Okay.
The release was because of good behavior, like I said before.
Didn't maul anyone else for 15 years.
Yeah. He learned his lesson.
I
Yeah.
wonder where they sent the bear to prison.
Do what?
Where did they send the bear to prison?
Yeah, so what
Oh.
prison? Missouri State Penitentiary.
It's the Show Me State.
It's a Missouri thing.
Yeah, we like bears.
Yeah.
We don't have that many of them, but we like them.
We're the Florida of the Midwest.
Exactly.
You know, we're crazy.
If I can, I'm not going to pronounce this right. Kazakh or
Kazakhstan?
Yeah. Yes, I was reading that earlier.
This
and
is
I
in
was
Kazakhstan?
Is it Kazakh? Is that how you pronounce it?
Kazakh?
I might have.
Kazakh?
Yeah, it's just Kazakh. Is that what it is?
I think before it said it was
Kazakh?
in what
I don't know.
you said, but
I mean, that
Because
wouldn't
Kazakhstan
surprise
is a
me.
place.
Yeah, that's the location, but it's over in the Middle East.
Yeah, and
I
what?
thought it was Kazakhstan. Yeah, it's Kazakhstan.
It is Kazakhstan? Okay.
And that's why I was getting confused. I was
That
like, earlier.
explains a lot more, though, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I
This isn't
actually-
in America.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's something that actually
What's the
like
bear's
that
name?
was technically in the
Format.
notes, but it was in the link, which I have not been reading. Oh,
I
the-
like them all. Very nice.
The bear's name. The bear's
Cocaine
name.
bear.
The bear's name. The bear. I had the bear's name. Fuck. What was the bear's name? Why is it not here, guys? It's not in my notes.
Well, when I was writing your notes for you, I was thinking, oh, it would be really funny. You can't find the name of the bear
Yeah.
in his notes.
He's following this script extremely well.
There's that otter.
Oh, hey. I like the otter, yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
still
love the
like,
otter.
yeah, still like the
Yeah,
otter.
yeah. It's a nice little boy.
It needs a name, not just 841 or whatever its
Yeah.
number was.
Yeah, yeah. It's fucking like concentration camp name.
Uh-huh, yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, so what the fuck? Oh yeah, the name. What was the name? Why is it not on here?
I mean, after all this, it's going to be something dumb and
Yeah.
not worth the wait.
Right. Every second that passes.
Nothing
it's gonna
against
get
you,
worse.
Brandon. It's just like, did they name the bear a cool name?
It's gonna be something. It's gonna be dumb.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
it's like Lisa.
Just Lisa, that'd be hilarious.
Anyway, while I'm looking that up, let me go ahead and let you guys talk about this. She now serves as a role model for the prison, having a statue of her on the outside, which serves as a reminder that even a vicious mauler of men can be rehabilitated. Discuss.
Huh, I wonder how the family of the people the bear killed feel about that.
I mean, probably better than people who have loved ones killed by humans. That
Oh,
then
yeah,
get
probably.
reformed. So
Yeah.
it's like, I mean, at least you can kind of understand that was an animal that did that.
Yeah, that's true.
So, like, but I think probably, man, I don't know, because it seems like a weird thing. It seems like, honestly, if you dig very deep, it's more of a compliance message than anything, because the
Yeah.
bear was probably only, like, for all we know, it could have been self-defense. They could have been poking that bear or something.
Yeah, you never.
And I mean, if it went for a long time, like years, whatever it was, without an incident, then
Right.
it seems weird that all of a sudden, just because somebody
Well,
got
yeah.
too close, it would be the issue.
And it was, yeah, it used to hang out with
And it
circus
was a
people.
guy and his son.
Yeah.
So that seems like the odds are high to me they were taunting the bear.
Oh,
or something.
probably.
Not that I know for sure.
And it
but-
was pissed off that it had been abandoned. you
Yeah.
know,
So I was like, I think that's probably. I don't think
what
it's
happened to the circus people? They
Yeah.
should be in jail
exactly
for leaving a bear behind and then the bear killing people.
Well, they were circus people in Kazakhstan, so they might just be dead.
Oh yeah, probably.
And died a week later.
Yeah.
No, he died. That's why the bear was abandoned.
Yeah, they were just dead.
Katya, the bear.
Katya. Oh, okay.
Okay, that's not as bad.
Yeah, Katya the
Yeah,
bear.
that's a good name.
Yeah, not too bad. I couldn't remember. I thought it was something lame like Lisa.
I mean, yeah. I think Katya is
Maybe
the
that was a parrot's
Kazakhstan
name.
version of Lisa. So.
Wait, what did you
Maybe
do?
that was the parrot's name.
Oh, the parrot.
Yeah, Lisa the Parrot. I mean, how great would it be to have a sitcom featuring that bear and that parrot? And they're teaming up to investigate the otter.
Lisa the drug smuggling parrot.
Yeah. Well,
That
but you know,
won't talk to the
Lisa's
police.
been reformed too. You know,
Yeah.
she had her whole thing where she wouldn't talk to the police, but
Oh yes.
yeah, but now she helps him out and she works with Katya the bear, who's
Yeah.
also reformed.
Yeah, it doesn't kill people anymore.
Okay. Okay, Lisa, the former drug smuggling parrot police consultant.
Yeah.
And Katya is just like, I don't know, bears have a good sense of smell. She's probably an investigator of some sort. And, you know, the first season is going to focus on them locating the otter and figuring out what her deal is. And then the otter will become a member of the team, and they are going to go on a stealth mission into the White House to rescue Commander.
That's nice. Okay, so like,
Oh, but what about the alligators?
Well, alligators kind of do their own thing.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
They just like run across them. In
I
their
think we'll have them as
adventures.
background characters, probably. They'll
Yeah,
just
they're
be
like a side story. is
Yeah,
happening.
they're like
Mhm.
a B plot or something,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, that works.
Yeah.
gotcha.
And then, the rabbits.
The rabbits, I think that's just like one episode. That's one episode that they deal with, probably
Yes.
like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
there should also be like a Call of Cthulhu campaign.
Yeah. So everyone make an animal character.
They have to be reformed former criminal animals.
Exactly. It's a solid thing, though. I think I would play like a cigar smoking chimp. That would be like.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I would
I
wear like
see
a
that.
bowler hat and just a suit
Be a
jacket.
duck that doesn't rape things anymore.
Yeah. A duck that just walks around with a consent form.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, hits on things instead
Yeah.
of, just raping.
Yes.
A duck that has to go door to door, like announcing that it's not a pedophile or rapist.
Yeah. With a pimp outfit.
Exactly. I mean, nothing looks more natural on a duck than a pimp hat.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Agreed. Well, I think that's a perfect note to end on.
Yeah.
I think that's that's amazing.
Yeah.
If you're in support of any of these animals, then you should like and subscribe and tell us in the video. Maybe you have a strange animal story that you know. Do you know any of these animals personally? Can you put us in contact with them? Okay.
Yeah, and make sure you hit the bell, because if you don't, it's probably going to tell the police about a bunch of stuff. We don't want that.
Yeah, that's
we
not
want,
great.
We want to be on the same level as that parrot.
Yeah, that parrot is
Yeah.
premium.
Yes.
And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, you little bitches.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah.
Hopefully this new camera format is working out well.
And tell us if it is. Tell us if it isn't.
Let us
Yeah.
know. Tell us everything. Fucking just unload.
Trauma dump if you want.
Yeah.
But anyway,
No judgment.
all right, now we gotta think of an ending.